prion disease. That's what they called it. A rare thing. A monster that eats at your mind, your body. Everything goes fast. They said a year, maybe, since it started. It's been 6 months now. Or was it more? It's strange how you can feel yourself slipping away. At first, I could still remember places, faces, even my name, I think. But now it's like trying to hold on to water. There's a woman. She comes every day, sits beside me, like she knows me. She's familiar, but I don't know her. She cries. I think she's sad. Why is she sad in It's hard, so hard to think. Everything's blurry. Thoughts. They don't stay. They slip away. Who am I? Was I someone? Someone who knew things, did things. I don't remember. The doctors, but they come and go like shadows. I think they talk to me, but I can't hear them. Or maybe I don't understand. This woman, she's always here. I feel like I should know her, but I don't. I can't. It's all gone. Everything's gone. Just pieces. Nothing. There's nothing left. Just her. And the dark.
Dark night, cold wind, body weak, fight thin. ALS took him down, in the pain he drowned. His breath it faded slow, world turned black below. Woke up in the flame, hell's curse, no name. Shadows in the flame, burning deep in shame. See her tears fall, entrapped in the cold. White flesh shattered there, grief she can't bear.
The first thing I notice is the clarity. My mind, once tangled and lost in fog, is sharp again. I can remember everything, especially Amanda, her face, her voice, the love we shared. It's as if I've woken from a long, dark sleep, only to find myself in this endless cave, its walls covered in flames. The heat should burn, but instead, it fills me with a strange strength, a power I never had in life. I walk deeper into the cave, feeling alone, but somehow more alive than ever. Amanda. I wonder how she's coping now that I'm gone. Is she mourning? Is she angry? The thought of her alone, grieving for the man I was, tears at me more than any flame could. I wish I could see her, know that she's okay, that she's found some peace. As these thoughts consume me, the flames ahead part to reveal something new. A flaming portal, flickering with an intensity that draws me in. Through it, I see her. Amanda, sitting by the window, her hands clutching a photograph of us. As I peer through the portal, my heart sinks. Amanda is struggling. The strong, resilient woman I knew is now a shadow of herself, weighed down by grief and something more, desperation. Her eyes are hollow, and I can see the toll that life has taken on her since I've been gone. Then I notice a man in the background, a hulking figure with a sneer that sends a shiver through me, even from here. Mr. Big Shot. I've heard of him, a name whispered among the desperate and the lost. He's the kind of man you go to when you have no other options. And now I see him in our home, towering over Amanda, his voice low but menacing. He's demanding payment, making threats. And I can see the fear in her eyes as she trembles under his gaze. My fists clench as I watch this unfold, helpless rage boiling inside me. How did it come to this? How did I leave her in a world so cruel, so unforgiving? I want to reach through the portal, grab that bastard by the throat, and protect Amanda the way I should have in life. This was my hell. An eternity bound in torment, forced to watch the woman I love suffer, a pain more excruciating than the flames that sear this forsaken place. Amanda, my dear Amanda, lost and alone. But then, through the suffocating heat, amidst the relentless inferno, a shadow appeared. At first it was nothing more than a ripple in the flames, but it grew, darkening the blaze, until a figure emerged, twisted, malevolent, ancient beyond comprehension, a demon born from the deepest pits of this cursed realm, its eyes glowing with a wicked promise. It spoke without words, its voice a cold whisper in my mind. Yet it cut through the roar of the fire like a blade. It knew my torment, understood the agony that consumed me, and with a cruel smile, it offered me a deal. It promised me what I so desperately craved, a return to the world of the living. A chance to save Amanda, to tear her from the clutches of those who prey upon her. I would be given the power, the might of hell itself, to unleash upon them a fury they could never imagine. I would become their nightmare, their reckoning. But such a gift comes at a price. I would no longer be the man Amanda once knew, the man she once loved. No, I would become something else entirely, something feared, something monstrous, a horror whispered of in the darkest corners of men's minds. Yet as I stood in the shadow of that demon, the flames licking at my feet, I knew there was no choice to be made. Amanda's face burned in my memory, her voice echoing in my mind. I would do anything, anything, to save her. So I took the demon's hand, and in that moment, my fate was sealed. I would return to the living world, not as the man I once was, but as a creature of the night, a terror forged in hell's fire. And I would not stop until those who wronged her paid the ultimate price.
Rising from the ashes, my time has come to set.
As I tore through the boundary between hell and earth, a wave of clarity crashed over me, like waking from a nightmare only to find a worse reality awaiting. The haze of confusion that clung to me in life, the relentless fog that Alzheimer's cursed me with, was gone. Everything was sharp, painfully so. Colors, sounds, even the weight of my new existence. I felt it all with an intensity that bordered on madness. The chains of weakness had been broken, and in their place a terrible power surged through me. In life I was just a man, a sick, dying young man. Now I was something more, something forged in the flames of hell itself. Like a bloodhound on a scent, I knew where to find him, one of the bastards who tormented my Amanda. Then there it was, a black sedan, sleek and polished, slithering through the lanes just ahead of me. My heart, if I still had such a thing, thudded with a rhythm of vengeance. I knew that car. The memory was distant, from a life I could barely remember. But the recognition was visceral. It was one of them, one of Mr. Big Shot's enforcers, a piece of the poison that had seeped into Amanda's life. Without hesitation, all around me blurred into a smear of motion and color. The city's heartbeat pulsed in time with the growl of the engine, a cacophony of noise that barely registered through the tunnel vision, locking me onto that black sedan.
Revenge is my middle name. You'll feel the burn of the flame. Battles won, the line is torn. In this hollow victory I'll never thrive. Without a word, tonight so cold, lost in darkness, searching for her soul. Revenge was my middle.
The portal crackled and hissed as I stepped through, leaving the chaotic streets of New York behind and emerging into the belly of the beast. The lair was as dark and twisted as the soul that ruled it. Cold, metallic walls, bathed in the dim red glow of emergency lights, the air thick with the stench of fear and violence. I could feel their eyes on me before I even saw them. The guards, lined up like silent sentinels, their fingers twitching near the triggers of their machine guns. They were just men, flesh and bone, unaware of the nightmare that had just walked into their midst. But I could sense their fear, a tremor that ran just beneath the surface, though they tried to mask it with steely glares and rigid postures. They didn't know. They couldn't possibly understand what was coming for them, but I did. I felt the power humming in my veins, a dark tide ready to unleash upon these soulless creatures. They were just obstacles, mere shadows in the path to my true target, Mr. Big. The one who orchestrated Amanda's suffering, who sent these dogs to hound her every step. Each one of them would fall before I reached him. That was the only certainty now. I clenched my fists, the air around me crackling with latent energy. This was the moment before the storm, the calm that would shatter into chaos as soon as I made my move. There was no hesitation, no room for mercy. I was past that, far beyond the man I once was. Their weapons meant nothing. Their numbers meant nothing. I was here to finish this, to bring hell itself to their doorstep. And when I was done, Mr. Big would know the true meaning of fear. One breath, one step forward, and then I would tear through them like a force of nature, unstoppable, unyielding, until nothing stood between me and the man who dared to hurt what was mine. This was my mission, my vengeance, and I would see it through to the bitter end.
Burns, there's a hellfire inside. Wounds may have healed, but justice won't hide. Ghosts of the past and shadows.
My fist collides with the first guard's jaw, and I feel the bone give way under my knuckles. It's more than just a punch. It's a release, a surge of satisfaction that washes over me. There's a dull throb in my hand, but the pain is insignificant, drowned out by the electric thrill that shoots through me. His eyes widen, confusion and fear flashing in them for a brief second before he drops like a rag doll. The sight of him crumpling at my feet ignites something deep within me, a primal joy that I haven't felt in life, and I grin, savoring every second of it. Another one comes at me, fast and desperate, but I see it all in slow motion. I sidestep easily, almost playfully, as his fist sails through the air where my head was a moment before. Poor bastard doesn't even know what's coming. I drive my fist into his ribs, hard. There's a sickening crack as the bones shatter beneath the force of my blow, and he gasps. As I stepped into the dimly lit office, the oppressive air hit me like a wall. The space was filled with the thick, acrid scent of cigar smoke, coiling lazily through the beams of light that filtered in through the half-shut blinds. And there he was, slouched behind an oversized desk that seemed almost too small to contain the hulking mass of a man seated there, Mr. Big. He was a grotesque monument to excess, his bloated form barely contained by the suit stretched across it. His face was a hardened mask of arrogance, barely visible beneath the shadows cast by the low light, except for the glowing ember of the cigar clutched between his teeth. The man exuded power, the kind that had ruined lives, crushed dreams, crushed Amanda. Anger seethed within me. This beast of a man took me by surprise. He's much faster than he looks. I'll have to assume that he's been given abilities similar to mine. Perhaps this is a test from the demons who allowed me to come here. I won't be taken by surprise again. His punches are swift and powerful. I'll have to take care and not be careless. He's allowing his rage to take over, swinging wildly, not taking advantage of the powers given to him. This will be his fatal mistake. He crumpled to the ground and into a pile of ash. I almost pity him. Now that all enemies have been annihilated, I must go and see Amanda one last time. 5 years, and now, just one moment with her. Will she remember me? Will she feel me near? Amanda, I've waited for this, but is it enough? What do I say when words are lost between life and death?
Hollow eyes, once was love, now despise.
Upon my arrival, she awakens. I wonder if she can sense my presence. Amanda, it's me. Please don't be afraid. I came to see you, to hold you one last time. Why are you running? Don't you see? It's still me, your husband, your love. I never wanted this. To terrify you. I wanted to bring comfort, not fear. Amanda, please, stop running. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know this would hurt you. I didn't know I would be a monster in your eyes. No, don't do this. I have to fix this.
Not now. This wasn't the deal. No.